Good morning, everybody. Today is Monday, the 30th of March, and we've just entered week 10 at school. Today looks a lot different to last Monday. This time last week we had kids in class, teachers teaching, and regular school basically. But today we have most of our students at home engaged in remote learning, and those students who are here at school are being supervised, and they're completing the same remote learning modules that the rest of our school is. I've started a remote working arrangement for the staff here at school. So on any given day, around about half of us are here and the other half are at home. Obviously, I'll be here for every day throughout the term and until we return to normal operations. The learning for the students you'll find linked through our school website, as I was saying last week. For the preschoolers, Story Park really is the go-to spot, and our parents will be familiar with using Story Park. Jackie's keeping relevant content up there, and between Janet, Jackie and Lisa, you should be getting a phone call a couple of times a week just to make sure everything's okay. Use the app to keep information flowing backwards and forwards, because we do want to make sure that everything's going well for the kids. Our kindergarten, year 1 and year 2 students have take-home packs which should already be at home. If anyone's pack isn't at home, it is here in the office, and we're really keen to get them delivered. Tomorrow our plan is to send the remaining packs home and to do a bit of a doorstep drop. We're not going to be knocking on your door, obviously, but we will be getting that pack home as quickly as possible, and we'll try to have a covering letter there as well. All of the teachers throughout the school are trying to make contact with everyone twice a week, and if we haven't got hold of you, it probably means that the number you've got on the system is incorrect. The way to solve that would be a telephone call up here to school, and we can correct it, and that way we can get hold of you from here on in. The students in years 3, 4, 5 and 6, they're fairly familiar with an online learning module, and they can access that through the school website or through their shared documents. The 5 and 6s are fairly familiar with that, and they won't present any problems. The year 3s and 4s, this is a bit of a learning experience for them. They will need to know their log-on codes, and the public content that's on our website is really just the icing on the cake. All the important stuff is found within their OneNote files, and the teachers are posting videos within those files, and they'll be updating all that information every day. We're trying to make sure that we're keeping the website up to date, and we're doing an all right job. This video today takes the place of our newsletter, so we won't be posting a newsletter or sending one home with the kids, but the video newsletter should do the trick for us. One thing we're trying to work through is what we're doing at bronze badges, and our students are well deserving of the bronze badges, and I've asked the teachers to give parents a heads up in their phone calls about who would be deserving of a bronze badge. My current thinking is that I'll post a video on each of the class pages later on in the week or early next week to congratulate those students that will be receiving their bronze badge. We're not sure whether we can facilitate a mail out or whether we'll have to hold on to the certificates and the badges and present them when the kids get back, but we will try for some public recognition anyway. What's really important for us at the moment is to make sure that we do keep in contact. We want the kids to know that they're still part of our school, that school still operates. It's just that we're doing it in a range of different ways. And you'd be interested to know that earlier on this week, or rather late last week, the year 5s and 6s have been using video conference facilities to communicate with their teachers. And that's really how the staff here are communicating at the moment. So we engage in a range of video conferences every morning. That way I can see everyone, whether they're physically here or they're actually in their own houses. But the school website really is the best way to keep up to date. The office remains open. We are asking that we only have one person in the foyer. I do need to make sure the office staff stay fit and well, and that you similarly stay fit and well. And we've painted some lines on the path outside our school, all the way from the office right past the Rose Garden out to Copeland Road. So if you do arrive and there are other people here, you can line up in those spots. We've been sending home some devices for our older students. The idea isn't to send home a laptop for every person in our whole community or anything like that, but where there is no appropriate computer facilities in the household, we're really happy to support. And to date, I think we've sent out about 50 computers. We have some left, but obviously it's not an unlimited resource, and so we do need to make sure they're going home to the houses where they're really required. And if in fact there's no reliable internet, and by no what I really mean is there's no Wi-Fi, there's no broadband, and the hotspot facility on mum and dad's phone isn't going to do the trick, then we do have a small number of Wi-Fi dongles. But again, it's not something that we're keen on sending home if there is something that's an alternative there. But we do want to make sure that everyone can access the learning resources that they need. Some parents have been asking me about home readers, and it is entirely possible to change those home readers through the office. It is important that we sort of know you're coming, otherwise we won't necessarily have the book ready. So have a chat with the office, have a chat with your students' teachers, and that will help keep you on the right track. What I really want you to know is school still operates. These are unusual times though. We do need to make sure that there's a degree of isolation for staff and for our students as well. We're trying to follow the Prime Minister's advice within our community, but understand that schools are still open for all of us. And we still want to know what's happening with you. We're still teaching. Hopefully you guys are still learning. And if there's anything we do to support, please let us know.